Good morning, students. Dear students, by this session, we are going to discuss the following topics: Seytzeff's rule, oxidation of alcohols, Swern oxidation, biological oxidation, catalytic dehydrogenation, and esterification. The first topic we are going to discuss Seytzeff's rule. This is the rule about the formation of alkene through dehydration, that is, by removal of water molecule from alcohol. There is two types of dehydration. The first one, intermolecular dehydration, that is, removal of water molecule from between two molecules. Second one, intramolecular dehydration, that is, removal of water molecule from only one molecule. One thing we have to know that intermolecular dehydration of alcohol gives ether. Intramolecular dehydration of alcohol gives alkene. Now let us see the rule. What is? During intermolecular dehydration, if there is a possibility to form a carbon-carbon double bond at different locations, the preferred location is the one that gives the more substituted alkene. That is, that will be most stable alkene. Usually, during intramolecular dehydration from the only one molecule, there is formation of carbon-carbon double bond. The double bond, how preferably going to form? That is the rule here. For example, we can have ethanol. It have only two carbon atom. It is going to lose a water molecule by means of nucleophile hydroxy group and electrophile H plus ion, and this bond switch over to here and will be result in ethene compound formation. Here sulfuric acid used as a dehydrating agent. Such a way, from only one molecule, when a water molecule eliminate, there is formation of carbon-carbon double bond. That double bond, how preferably going to form? That only said by rule. By following the example, we can understand the rule. Case 1. We can have 3,3 dimethyl 2-butanol. That is first carbon, second carbon, third carbon, fourth carbon. Second carbon have the alcohol functional group, OH group, and third carbon have 2-methyl group. So 3,3 dimethyl 2-butanol. Right. When addition of sulfuric acid with this alcohol, H2SO4, that we may write as HOSO3H. A lone pair electron from hydroxy group capture proton from acid will be result in formation of protonated alcohol. That protonated alcohol going to lose a water molecule and will give carbocation. This is the type of secondary carbocation. That means about the carbon positive charge have two branch from over there. So this is secondary carbon. That's why it is called a secondary carbocation. And now it undergo beta elimination. That means the positive charge carbon considered as alpha position on either side, left and right, they labeled as beta carbon. So from beta carbon there is elimination of H plus ion. So it is called beta elimination. Such a way, the right side beta carbon going to lose a H plus ion and forming double bond between two carbon atom by means of beta elimination. So the final product by this case 3,3 dimethyl but1ene. Here about the carbon-carbon double bond, there is only one substitution present over here. This is the totally, it is considered as a one substituent attached on that carbon-carbon double bond. This is only few percentage of yield, that is 3% of yield. This is first case. Second case, by taking place of methyl shift, that is after formation of secondary carbocation over here, there is hydrogen ion going to get eliminated. In second case, before losing H plus ion, there is going to take place of methyl shift. That means after secondary carbocation formed, before taking place of beta elimination, one of the methyl group going to get switch over to carbon having positive charge. So this methyl group switch over to this carbon plus charge. Then it will produce tertiary carbocation. That means the carbon having the positive charge from over, there is 3 branch started. So this is tertiary carbon having the positive charge. So tertiary carbocation. Such a way, by shifting of methyl group from one carbon to another carbon having the positive charge, will result in formation of tertiary carbon. After that formation of tertiary carbon, there is beta elimination going to take place. So about this carbon atom, on either side the carbon labeled as beta carbon. From left side carbon, there is losing of H plus ion and this bond switch over to here and formation of carbon-carbon double bond as like that here. So the resultant product will be 2,3 dimethyl but1ene. That is 1, 2, 3, 4. Now about this carbon-carbon double bond, there is 2 substituent present. That means this is one substituent, this is another substituent. So 2 substituent present on that carbon-carbon double bond. So this is somewhat higher percentage of yield than that of the first case. This is only one substituent on carbon-carbon double bond. But here 2 substituent on carbon-carbon double bond. So 33% of yield we can get. Then another case, after formation of tertiary carbon, the right side beta carbon going to lose a H plus ion. Then this bond switch over here. Then it will be result in formation of such alkene type of compound having 4 substitution on carbon-carbon double bond. That means this methyl group, this one substitution, this is another substitution, and this is third substitution, and this is fourth substitution. So such a way, about carbon-carbon double bond, 4 substitution present on that. So according to rule, this is the major product will form as about 64%. So 2,3 dimethyl but2ene. So such a way, the double bond formation preferably going to takes place by means of having more number of substitution on carbon-carbon double bond. This is sets of rule that only in the textbook they have given as clumps together. This is starting material 3,3 dimethyl 2-butanol and with the sulfuric acid, lone pair from alcohol, that is oxygen, capture that H plus ion, will formation of protonated alcohol, then losing water molecule will produce secondary carbocation, and undergoing beta elimination will give you that one substitution product, that is 3%. So it is a single step like that, 1, 2, 3, 4, the fourth step will form product. In another case is what? Once the secondary carbocation formed, there is methyl shift takes place to produce tertiary carbocation. After formation of tertiary carbocation, there is two possibilities, that is A and B. That means from this left side beta carbon losing H plus ion, forming 2 alkyl substitution product. If there is right side beta carbon losing H plus ion, we will forming 4 substituted alkene type compound as 64%. So this is the way the reaction equation given in your textbook. And next we move on to the oxidation of alcohols. Already we have seen in previous classes the general representation of different alcohols undergoing oxidation, how going to produce different product. For example, here primary alcohol oxidized to give aldehyde, then further oxidation give carboxylic acid, and secondary alcohol oxidized to give ketone and further oxidized to give carboxylic acid, and a tertiary tertiary alcohol oxidized to give alkene and further oxidized to ketone and carboxylic acid. The important reactions of alcohol are their oxidation to give carbonyl compounds. That means usually the alcohol compound when undergo oxidation will give carbonyl compound. That means it will have C double bond O system, such a way. The commonly used oxidizing agent is acidified sodium dichromate. Since it is strong oxidizing agent, in the case of primary alcohol forming aldehyde and further oxidized to product will form as carboxylic acid compound. That means since sodium dichromate is a strong oxidizing agent, when we taking primary alcohol, once forming aldehyde, automatically the continuous oxidation to form further oxidized product called carboxylic acid. But to stop the oxidation reaction at the stage of forming aldehyde or ketone, here we can use mild oxidizing agent such as pyridinium chlorochromate. Shortly we can say PCC. The formula will be C5H5NH Cl CrO3. Pyridinium chlorochromate. Primary alcohol, we have taken ethanol CH3CH2OH, acidified sodium dichromate, oxidation going to take place, that is CH3CH2OH. Now that is CH2 group going to become a CHO, CH3CHO. This is the means of oxidation of alcohol gives aldehyde. The further oxidation of aldehyde will give you carboxylic acid. That is CHO group will become as COOH group. And then secondary alcohol, that is propane 2-ol, undergoing oxidation with the acidified sodium dichromate will give propanone, that is ketone type of compound. The further oxidation of ketone compound will give you carboxylic acid compound. Here one thing we have to mind, the formed carboxylic acid compound, the final product, lesser one carbon atom. That means starting material is what? Having 3 carbon means the final product will having only 2 carbon atom. So one carbon become less. That you have to keep in mind. So by using sodium dichromate, it continuously oxidized to up to getting carboxylic acid in both the case, primary alcohol as well as and secondary alcohol. But if we want to get only aldehyde or ketone, here we are going to use the mild oxidizing agent, that is pyridinium chlorochromate, PCC. So propane 1-ol, primary alcohol, will form propanol. Right. When tertiary alcohol do not undergo oxidation reaction under normal conditions but at elevated temperature under strong oxidizing agent, cleavage of carbon-carbon bond takes place to give a mixture of carboxylic acid. So, tertiary alcohol 2-methyl 2-propanol, that is 1, 2, 3. Second carbon have methyl group. So 2-methyl and 2-propanol. And it undergo dehydration, that is hydroxy group as nucleophile and H plus and going to get eliminated. This bond switch over to here, forming carbon-carbon double bond and forming 2-methyl 1-propene. Then further oxidation will give you propanone, that is CH2 group will become as double bond O group. Then CH2 will become as what? HCOOH, ethanoic acid. That propanone further oxidation undergo ethanoic acid formation, CH3COH. That is 1 carbon less. And next topic, Swern oxidation. In this method, dimethyl sulfoxide is used as the oxidizing agent which convert alcohol to ketone or aldehyde. Dimethyl sulfoxide. With the dimethyl sulfoxide, that is DMSO, dimethyl sulfoxide, oxalyl chloride and triethylamine also have to use. The equation as we have taken propane 2-ol, that is alcohol compound, 2-propanol and dimethyl sulfoxide, that is 2-methyl group attached on SO group, dimethyl sulfoxide and oxalyl chloride, Cl, C double bond O, C double bond O, Cl. Now from alcohol 2 hydrogen going to get eliminated. The 2 hydrogen will combine with the 2 chlorine will form as 2 hydrochloric acid molecule and 1 oxygen atom from dimethyl sulfoxide and CO group going to combine together to form as CO2 group, and then this CO will eliminate as carbon monoxide. The rest of the group is dimethyl sulfide. The remaining portion over here as due to shifting of this bond to over here formation of acetone, that is ketone type of compound, propanone. This is Swern oxidation of alcohol. The next one, biological oxidation of alcohol. That means when the fermentation of the food consumed by an animal produces alcohol. That is, the animal by intaking the food, it will produce the alcohol compound by fermentation. To detoxify the alcohol, that means detoxify means removal of toxic substance from alcohol. To detoxify the alcohol, the liver produces an enzyme called alcohol dehydrogenase, ADH, and nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide, NAD, present in animal act as a oxidizing agent. Then alcohol dehydrogenase catalyzes the oxidation of toxic alcohol into non-toxic aldehyde. The equation represent as food intaken by the animal by fermentation give alcohol, that is ethanol forming over here, by combining with that is nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide and alcohol dehydrogenase produced from liver as an enzyme. So these three things together will make the alcohol into aldehyde, ethanol. This is one type of biological oxidation. Next one, catalytic dehydrogenation. catalytic dehydrogenation. That means usually we know the definition for oxidation, while addition of oxygen or removal of hydrogen, both are referred to oxidation. Here removal of hydrogen means oxidation. That only we called as catalytic dehydrogenation. That means in presence of catalyst we can eliminate hydrogen from the compound called catalytic dehydrogenation. So in presence of copper, by maintaining 573 degree Kelvin, ethanol losing hydrogen and become as aldehyde CHO. CH2 become as CHO. And secondary alcohol, the same copper and temperature condition will give you ketone. Tertiary alcohol undergo dehydration reaction to give alkene. First the primary and secondary undergo dehydrogenation, elimination of hydrogen. But tertiary alcohol undergo dehydration, that is elimination of water molecule. So such a way, elimination of OH minus group and one hydrogen from this methyl group, one bond switch over to there, forming carbon-carbon double bond as alkene type of compound, 2 methyl probe, 1 ene. 1, 2, 3. Second position have methyl group, so 2 methyl. At first position double bond, so 1 ene. Next one, esterification. Alcohol react with the carboxylic acid in presence of an acid to give ester. That is called esterification. Alcohol plus carboxylic acid give ester compound. As example, ethanol and ethanoic acid. From ethanol, OH group going to eliminate as nucleophile. From acid, hydrogen going to eliminate as H plus and combine together, move as a water molecule. Then rest of the part of the alcohol and acid will give you ester like compound, ethyl ethanate or COOR group, ethyl ethanate. Thank you, student.